Kia ora everybody, what's up? It is Robett. Welcome to the new little setup. Happy with this. There actually was my computer screen that used to be in front of here. Basically just taking that out. I've made this white, nothing too fancy, but I've got a few things ready to rumble for some of the content that's coming next. Okay, 20 productivity and mini life hacks that I use for 2020. I've basically been documenting these down for the last little while, and I thought this could be a good time to actually just sort of break down quickly 1 through 20 of different things that I use on a kind of a daily basis for myself that helps keep me, or try to keep me organized, efficient and stuff with my time as well. So I thought we'd get into that as well. All right, so here's the top 20 things that I use at the moment in 2020 to help sort of keep me on track. Number 1 is an app called Simple. For start with, when it comes to health, I use Simple, which is a simple app which helps me track what I'm eating and what I'm drinking. It sets me targets of how much water I want to potentially drink the day. At the moment I'm set to about 70 ounces, and then I track it all the way through whether I'm having a green tea or a water or a beer or a whiskey or whatever it is. It's all synced up. It also is instantly synced with intermittent fasting, which is another thing we can get into a little bit. But number 1 is Simple. Simple tracks every single thing that goes into my body, and sometimes it makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, because if you have your fast foods, your little sneaky little takeaways or whatever, you've actually got to be able to go and manually say it. It's like, you know, I had fast food, it was unhealthy, I had it here, sitting in the car by myself or with families or whatever you're doing. It breaks it the whole way down, which is cool. It shows patterns and routines. The first one is Simple. Number 2, Fitbit. So I use a Fitbit to track a whole bunch of things. The main one is my sleeping. I've always been I'm extremely restless, so even when I'm sleeping I'm still moving, and I probably haven't had a decent proper sleep for many a year, because my brain's always going and I'm always kicking and moving. So I initially got the Fitbit to test out how my sleep patterns were doing and seeing if I could change different things, if it would make an impact, if I stopped drinking water sooner, or if I stopped drinking alcohol, or did different bits and pieces, what types of foods, everything. I can sort of track that, so I use Fitbit. But another main one way I actually use it as well is it can show my heart rate. Now, a big one for me is I am very emotional. I have emotions, I have feelings, and it's totally okay. So I get super hyped. Like if I'm getting into shit, I am flipping, getting active. I'm getting into it, I'm hyped. That can potentially be a bad thing in certain situations. So I use it to track my heart rate in certain scenarios. Like, perfect example, not too long ago I had to go into a meeting which I knew was going to be very confrontational. I knew it was not going to be pleasant, and I, had to muster every ounce of my being not to just jump over the table and kick the dude in the throat, which I didn't, because I'm obviously a professional, but wanted to. And I was with my business partner on it, and I looked at my heart rate and it was literally like at 113 or 14. That's really bad. My resting heart rate is usually like 66, 67. When I'm sleeping, I think it's around that sort of 70 mark. So basically, I'd hyped up. So it's a really good thing to do. Number 2, Fitbit. Track your stuff, it's good. Number 3, it's an app called Journey. This is about your mental health, and what I do is this app called Journey is every day I can do just a little quick video diary, cool stuff that's happening, just quick little updates, but it's cool just to document it for yourself with what's going on, and someone that you can literally talk to, even though it's an app, can just update with where you're at, how you're feeling and whatever, and just kind of constantly check in, and then you can be able to go back through. So I use an app called Journey for essentially daily journaling, but done through video, because obviously I don't really like the writing so much. That's number 3. Number 4, Muse. Muse is I'll just go get it, give me 1 sec. All right, I'm back. Muse. This is what I use for meditation. This gamifies meditation. It sounds super weird, but this is it here. What it does is literally you wear this like a flipping little robot. Let's do it. Let's wear it. You wear it like this. Put it like that. And what it does is it actually tracks your brain waves, and in real time it gamifies it, where the whole goal, and you can do different modes and stuff, but with it you can have, if you're calm, then birds will chirp. So the whole goal is to try and gamify meditation, so you can try and get the birds to chirp. And it's good because it makes your mind try and get calm. Now, it's tough to do, because when you're as competitive as myself, when I just try and sit there in silence, I can't really do it that well. This is a great way to do it. It's called Muse. There's a bunch of newer ones out, but I use this for my meditation. I try and do it daily, just for a little bit if I can, even if it's just a 5 or 10 minute stint, and it makes a huge difference being able to meditate and get in the mix. Hydration. I used to have a bunch of coffees, and so this is tip number 5. Now I try and switch it up a little bit. In the mornings I'll try and have green teas. Here we go. Yeti, black on black on black, you're welcome. Green tea, but then I still try and have a coffee in the arvo, sometimes a bit later if I know I'm gonna smash it out. And then with the water, because I'm trying to keep my hydration up, I go for black on black on black. Hydro fast, but what I do is I try and trick myself and make it soda water, and I put a little bit of lemon in it. So what I do that is because then it kind of tricks myself to thinking I'm not as full as I potentially am with the soda water. I know it's kind of a stupid thing, but hey, it works for me. So in the morning I try and fill it up with water, soda water it out, smash a bunch of that, and then that does the mix, but I still have coffee, not as much as I used to, and I think it is making a bit of a difference. Number 6, intermittent fasting. I got fat a couple years ago, and I ended up losing 20 kgs with a combination of intermittent fasting and going boxing with Monty Beetham. He would punch me in the face, and it was extremely gnarly, and it was great for my health. Intermittent fasting, that app called Simple, which I talked about at step number 1, or little hack number 1, this tracks your intermittent fasting time as well, which is good. So at the moment, I'm on a schedule. I try and finish eating by 7 at night, and then I start at a potentially 11 or later in the morning. So I can still have green teas and waters before that, but it makes a big difference. And already I went on it again for the last month, and I'm down 8 kgs in 5 weeks, 6 weeks now, just from intermittent fasting, a little bit more exercise. Actually, bonus little thing, exercising gyms are shut here still in America, so I am using the Les Mills app. That's not a plug for Clive, who's my friend, who's the CEO. That is genuinely a plug because it's actually a really good thing. I like the body combat stuff. It's like, hey, pretty dope shit. I'm into it. The combination of those two. So intermittent fasting, it's made a big difference for me just for a bunch of different reasons. I like it. I'm not going to get too tech into it. Not a scientist, not that smart, but the app called Simple syncs up both your food and your hydration intake plus intermittent fasting. It's pretty decent. Number 7, multivitamins. I didn't used to take any for years. I took some for ages ago, then I did nothing for years, and now I'm trying to get back into the mix, and I do a combination of them. I don't really like the tablets, so like a little bitch, I take some gummy bears. They're flippin' sweet. Don't care if you give me shit for it. I like the vitamin C gummies. They're pretty nice. So I have my vitamin C and calcium gummies plus D, that's another one, and men's multivitamin, just like a regular one. And the last one is a nootropics thing, which I'm starting to test out, called Alpha Brain. Now, this is a little kind of thing, tablets where I don't know what's in them, but it's supposed to make your brain better. And I would say, do some Googling into it, Alpha Brain. My mind does feel a bit sharper and clearer. So whatever's in there, shit's pretty good. It's not meth, if that's what you're asking, so it's totally fine. All right, and number 8, a mini little tweak on a variation of the meditation thing is I have a 10-minute audio track on my phone, which is saved into my little Google Drive that was made for me with, I don't know if it's like mindful meditation. It's a customized 10-minute, essentially a mini meditation that got made for me by a lady called Tui Fleming. We'd connected up and she basically made a customized thing just for me for when I get a 10-minute break in between something. I can chuck my headphones in, zone out, and it puts me in a pretty good headspace. It's like, essentially, it's a customized meditation audio track, which is cool. I know it's super hippie, but flipping weird, don't give a shit. It's flipping dope, and it's customized for me, and it works, and it just kind of gives me a chance to reset. So if I'm kind of going back to back to back, so going something pretty gnarly, if I get a 10-minute gap, I can stop, headphones in, flipping zone out, reset, and good to go. That's it. All right, number 9, learning. I learn probably a bit different to most. I can't sit there and read. As you can see, I have to always be moving. My body doesn't stop. I cannot stop and read. So I listen to audiobooks. What I will do is I will have my headphones in on one on the right and literally just listen to Blinkist. I listen to audiobooks, but I do it a little bit differently. Blinkist essentially they get a whole bunch of different amazing sort of people that can scope through all the content. They then compress it into essentially like a shortened version, which you can read or listen to. And then I listen to it one ear on while I'm doing something else, and I have it on about 1.5 times regular speed, so I'm hyper learning. I know it's kind of weird, it's just what I do, but it enables me to get the top line bullet points of certain books and stuff within 10-15 minutes, and that's enough from a quick little drive or whatever, and just trying to be hyper productive and a bit more sort of focused and stuff with my time. So instead of consuming, trying to do a bit more learning, which is good too. And once again, I will say, no one's paid me shit to say anything about anything. This is just literally what I think, what I feel. I think you know me well enough to know that you cannot pay me a certain amount of dollars to say something is dope if it is shit. And all the things I'm learning, there's all the things working for me, and so they're pretty dope. Number 10, now at home. So we've kind of gone through some health and sort of learning stuff at home. I kind of have three main things that I do. The first one is when I go to sleep, my cell phone is not in the room with me. This is number 10. My cell phone is not in the room. I leave my cell phone on Do Not Disturb out in the front room. Flipping no go. I don't even bring my iPad into the room. It's lockdown. That is the spot for doing what the bedrooms are doing, sleeping and other fun stuff, hopefully. Now, what I do though is I used to have a huge problem with, I would always have ideas and stuff in the middle of the night, and I would get up on my phone, blah, 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 next thing you know, you're checking emails, it's a flipping gong show, right? So what I have done is I've bought a small $20 dictation audio recorder and a sound recorder, and I literally just have it on the side lamp table. So in the middle of the night, I've got an idea, whatever, I just roll over, I lift it up while I'm half asleep, I just click record, I just literally talk shit straight into this little flipping $20 mic recorder thing, and it's done. This is pretty important for me because it just literally means everything gets to get out of my brain and into that, which I think is pretty important. Okay, when I'm out and about, my brain always doesn't stop. So number 11 is how I get thoughts and ideas down fast. So on my phone, I have a bunch of audio different shortcuts, and so what I'll do is I've created custom audio shortcuts to either add ideas or brainwave into Evernote, or to-dos and specifics into Trello. So those are kind of the two ones there. So literally if I'm out and I'll just be like, I can just literally just do a voice thing straight into it and plug and go. So my one for if I've got a brainwave will be, I'll say, hey Siri, add a note, and it'll instantly come up, load up, boom, right there. Or hey Siri, add a task, and it instantly pops up Trello and it puts it instantly to the top of my board. So the good thing is with that, it goes straight, it goes fast and easy, but it means I can just literally, the key is to get your stream in and out as fast as possible. Number 12, no notifications. I have absolutely zero notifications on my phone for anything. No social media, actually still, I have zero social media on my phone. I don't have LinkedIn, I don't have Twitter, I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, I don't have TikTok, I don't have shit. I have nothing on my phone, and I think it's probably gonna stay that way for a little bit, and my headspace is feeling pretty all good about it, but I have zero notification. No likes, no comments, no shares, no emails, no nothing. The only things, if it rings, will be if it's on Do Not Disturb, is I've got a couple of key people that my phone will ring. Apart from that, flipping, you can't get to me. And it's vital to keep that time for you, because if all that happens is if you become reactionary to notifications, you become a slave to the old thing, and I don't think it's that smart. Stuff that. Stuff notification. That's shit. Don't do it. So number 13, friendship management. I know a lot of people, and I always feel bad when I forget about so-and-so that you haven't seen in ages, and you feel horrible about it when the next time you say, oh, we should catch up sometime. That shit never happens because you get on with your own life, you're super busy. I use an app called Uphabit. It's a CRM system, but for your friends in your personal life, and it's amazing. Why it's cool is because you can basically set your crews into different. So I've got an old school crew, a snow crew. I've got industry crew. I've got just whatever. You can put them into buckets, however you want to do it. I'm sure you can have friends and acquaintances or family or whatever you want to name shit. You do you, and it's cool. But it instantly syncs up where you can have just notifications, or we get a little pop up and say, hey, cool, on this calendar, you want to talk to me every 6 months, or reach out to them every 3 or a year, or whatever it may be. It's a pretty cool thing to do. I block out time to try and do it every single day, just a little bit to try and catch up with a few different people, and it'll give me notifications of those who I haven't connected with in a while, and just to say what up. And sometimes literally just reaching out and saying hi is all that needs to you need to do to show the other person that you're thinking about them, caring about them, and you kind of genuinely give a shit, because everyone gets very busy. It's kind of good just to get down that road for a bit. So Uphabit is what I use for my personal relationship management system. And I know it's kind of weird to say you've got a relationship management system. I would rather you give me shit for having a relationship management system than me forgetting a bunch of people for a couple of years, and then the next time you see them it's like, oh hey, what's up, how's things? Like, I know, well, my kid's 5 now, cheers for asking, dickhead. Let's not do that. Try and make an effort with that stuff, and I know it definitely matters. And then obviously my inner circle and crew, we're texting and Boise's chat and whatever, so that's all G. All right, coming into the chunk and bones, the meat of this thing. Tip number 14 for productivity hats at work is, reading it, moleskin. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, so I have a moleskin. This is great, and this is just a nice simple little book which I write in, but what I do is I use this for, I'm not going to turn it over, this is a 4K camera, so if I turn it you're going to see what's on here. I basically will put out the date at the top, and then just the key critical things which I need to execute that day. Box 1, 2, 3, simple as that. At the end of the day, I tick it off, it's been done. If not, I put a little fast forward arrow and it goes to the next day. But why this is ninja, I will tell you, is this little pen is no regular little pen. This little pen is actually got a mini laser at the bottom of it, which when I write my shitty handwriting into my book, this isn't just a regular book. This has got a bunch of micro dots. It transfers this digitally into an iPad into digital. So as I write an entire page, it puts it straight in. So what I then do is, am I back in focus? Back in focus. So I can literally just write in a meeting all the different stuff that's happening or whatever I want to do, idea stream, boom, boom, boom. It goes down the page. Page is numbered 113. As soon as that's finished, it instantly can open up the app in my iPad, open this out, and then the whole thing is synced directly into there. You can then change it so it instantly transcribes it all to text and email it out. This is a flippin' ninja move for anyone that's into this mix, because what it does, it enables you to literally digitize every single thing that happens analog directly into one thing. It is flippin' mega. So mega. I love it. It's dope. Shit, yes. Moleskin for life. Buy shares. That is number 14. Okay, when it gets to the computer, now it comes to the crunch time with how you schedule your time. Google Calendar. What I do with Google Calendar is super simple. I switched over from Apple's calendar thing. I ended up just finding it eventually being shit. I use Apple, but I've become more and more of Android's products. Not gonna lie, I roll Gmail, I roll the G Suite for all the storage, I roll photos, I don't even use the cloud thing. So the Android battle is definitely winning on that. Google Calendar, what I do is I time block. So what I do is I will color code my calendar for specific things. Green means, family or personal time. Yellow means admin, email-y shit. Red is income generating activities. And then I've got color codes for different ventures. So, orange will be the Brightfire stuff, and a few other bits and pieces that I do. I'll color code them differently. So when I see it, I can just have a time block of red. Oh no, okay, cool. Now it's income generation time, or green is whānau time. What's also really good with time blocking is it means you can color code your week. You can actually see where you're spending your time, and instead of switching between a whole bunch of different colors, try and stack them in the same color set so it keeps your brain waves in those same little titles. It's very important to do. It's what I do. Time blocking, calendar blocking is huge, and it creates good schedules and routines for you as well. So when it comes to my calendar, I have my calendar's broken down to 15-minute increments, color coded, and all those different things throughout the entire week, even including the weekends, because there'll be certain things that I need to do. It means that I can have structure and purpose and a bit of clarity with where my energy is going, what's going to get done, and where that energy goes. Number 16, emails. On emails, I use Gmail in its simplest, most minimalistic form, but what I do with it is I use it in dark mode. I use it in dark mode, so then everything else off the screen, I can just zone straight back in and do that. But on the left-hand side, what I will do is I'll create simple little folders on mine so it can have color coded as well. So once again, is it personal, is it business, is it urgent, is it to action? Simplify it down. That's a way to do it. And there's a whole bunch, you can Google a whole bunch of different people that have done stuff with the Gmail with how to make it a bit more efficient, and it definitely works. Typing, number 17. I don't really type. I use dictation. I'm either talking on the phone, I'm voice texting people through my phone, or if I'm on the computer, what I will do is I will have my headphones on, boom, bam. I will sync my, or this is kind of weird, but stuff it, works for me. I will sync my headphones into the iPad, and I will play music on the iPad. Ideally music with, if I'm in straight zone stuff, it's music with no audio or lyrics. So then it's just beats, and you can just get in the zone, and it's just no other distractions. I sync these two, and then on my computer, I use the dictation feature to literally write out all my different emails and stuff that I need to. So essentially I can zone out, have my laptop in front of me, headphones on, music playing, double tap the button, audio pops up, and then I just literally just speak it out, click send, and then I can just get in the zone. So I have my shortcuts on to delete an email, to put it into a folder, and I have my mouse, and I'll literally just go through and just go to town, boom, 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 boom. Because I've got no notifications and I just batch load everything, it's the best way that I've found to be able to do it. So music, voice, and I try and use voice for everything, and it's just getting better and better. When it started out, it was a whole bunch of kooky shit because my voice sucked. Now it's getting way, way better, and that's pretty good. My main workflow, this is tip number 18, or little life hack, is it goes between Evernote for my meeting notes and tracking different brainwaves and stuff. And there I've got like a brainwave folder, content ideas folder, meetings folder, and then just sort of personal shit. So those are kind of the four main things. But it mixed between Trello for my to-dos, which we can track across the team with the different ventures, Evernote for the different notes, and also brainwaves that I'll have instantly go into there under the ideas. And then the last one is Shift. I use Shift on my computer as essentially my mainframe in one little hook. And what it does is it means that instead of having a bunch of different tabs open everywhere, a whole bunch of different shit, it is one thing. All those different things just become icons on the side, and you can keep your workspaces all there. So say if you've got a workspace for your personal and then your business, you can just have your personal email, your business email, personal workspace, business email. Those are then only 4 little tabs on the left. Click, 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 done. And it is absolutely incredible. I totally love it. It keeps me focused and more things, because my brain just goes, just like scroll. I just want to do all that shit. Stop. It's flipping epic. Shift. I absolutely love it. Keeps it in one space. You can have your different businesses or ventures into workspaces. Emails up the top, and you're away laughing. It's synced up with Google as well, and then you have your Drive, your calendar, and your emails on the top, which is good. That is number 18. Final two, number 19. I don't know if it's being mandated or what, but basically anyone within our teams in the business, we don't really email each other pretty much ever. It is all text. I'm not on my computer that often, so the entire time I'd either text and call, and it's just faster. I just kind of feel that the emails is for, unless it's got data or dollars in it, I don't want to flip and see an email. Don't want to see it. Data or dollars, apart from that, piss off, let's talk, let's text, let's actually communicate, not go into this silo of bullshit and emails, just gross. So essentially all our team, we've got a WhatsApp group, iMessage group, and then those are the main two that we'll sort of go through. But I am thinking about, for this next little thing, pivoting an entire business from all our partners and stuff off email into Slack, with Slack Connect, because you can have up to 20 different businesses all synced in the same thing. I'm going to test it and going to see how it goes, but essentially for me, that's how we roll. Last one, at the desk, I'll finish off, where is it? It's here. This little bad boy. This is a small, stupid little round, flipping COVID-19 looking ball actually thing, this blue thing, and it's got a whole bunch of little small spikes on it. Why it's cool is literally I can just put it under the ground, and when I'm emailing whatever, I just take my shoes off and I roll my foot over it, and it feels flipping amazing. This is like such a small, stupid thing, but it genuinely feels really good. you can, while you're emailing, you can actually get a mini little foot massage thing, and I feel it just, I don't know, grounds you a little bit more, and it's kind of cool. So this is a stupid little thing for number 20. All right, that is the 20 things, kind of little life hacks, mini productivity pieces that I use to kind of keep everything balanced. It is pretty interesting because when you come to 2020, you know, it's not just like you're gonna smash it 24/7 at work and just dominate and life's all gravy and gee. It's like, no, you need to have your balance between health, food, your headspace, your hydration, you know, even just as simple as like just drink enough water so you don't get headaches, or sleep, so you can sleep a little bit better so you don't wake up as tired to go to your work and have a bit of creativity. The way I always think about it is, if I know my brain is the asset and I can give my brain more chances to be better than an older, fatter, slower version of myself, I should flipping try and do that, because especially when it comes to either creativity or business or ideas or strategy, the best thinkers win. So if you can, you know, think smarter, think better, live a bit longer, you know, all that other shit, it's going to make a big difference for you. So we covered stuff with your health, your work, at home, all the rest of it. Efficiency is definitely available, and clearly, you know, 90% of that whole thing is enabled through technology. So, you know, what was your favorite out of 1 out of 20? Please let me know. Sorry if this has been a really long, draining, boring video, but I know if you are into this type of shit, you'll probably be super hyped and you'll be like, yo, this is awesome, thanks. So answer this, what was your favorite 1 through 20? And actually, out of all of them, do you have a better version of one of them, which I could potentially try and test? I'm more than happy to guinea pig out and try and test and make sure things can potentially work better. If they do, more than happy to use it, more than happy to test that out as well. And then another last thing I haven't asked, if you've liked this video, please like it, please share it, please comment below, because the algorithm of death that is now YouTube and Facebook and anywhere that this video will end up to is clearly driven off the fact that they want you to pay a shit ton of money to try and get reach and boosted posters. And you know, it's 2020, recession's here. We can't be affording that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. So like it, share it, comment below, do something, interact somehow. So then Mr. Algorithm, I'm gonna call him Mr. Algorithm. Mr. Algorithm will know, hey, there's actually some value in here, maybe other people should see it. So if you've liked this, stuff you to Mr. Algorithm, like, share, or comment below, and that'll be good. And if you've got any, if you like any more videos or anything else like this, feel free to let me know. If this has been super boring, sorry, but then sorry not sorry, because it makes me function the way I do, and I'm totally happy with that. Have a good day, team. Adios. Peace.